Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Kenzie. My name is Molly.
And I'm Mackenzie.
We're so glad to be here again. We got lots of wonderful comments on our first installment, and we just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's watching. Okay, so today what are we going to make?
We are going to make chicken McNuggets.
That is correct.
Are not McNuggets.
That's
with
right.
vegetables.
That is correct.
That are healthy but taste good.
I like the way you think. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start out with is chicken. We got to cut it up in chunks. You can cut it in strips if you want to, if you want it to be more like chicken fingers, but I decided on chunks just because it's easier to cook. We've got breadcrumbs, we've got flaxseed, pureed broccoli. Now this is an optional, but it's really good. I've got some Parmesan cheese and some spices. I'll tell you about those later, and we need an egg. So, everyone who has done any cooking knows that what you have to do first when you do chicken, if you want a breading to stick to it, is give it a bath in an egg. So, first thing we do, why don't you crack that egg in there for me, and then beat it up a little bit. Okay? Yeah, do it on it. There you go. So they do it, so you I don't know why I was giving the egg cracking, it's funny. Anyways, what you do is you get that egg in there, and then you're going to just whip it up a little bit. Okay, how about I whip it up for you? Because I'm faster at that.
Yes, you do.
Okay, so we're going to get that just a little bit going, okay? And then you're going to put in about a cup of broccoli, pureed. Now what I did was I steamed the broccoli for about 4 minutes, and then I put it in my Cuisinart, and if you don't have a Cuisinart, you might want to get one. And I put it in my Cuisinart, and I just pureed it up, and if you can see, it's pretty dry, so it's not super wet. We don't want it to be wet. We just want it to be just a little bit, and this makes a really thick paste. Now, you may think this looks disgusting and that your kids aren't going to eat it, but here's the secret. This sauce is going to be covered with breading, and they're not going to see the green. And for some reason, the broccoli makes it really crunchy. I don't know why. Okay, so now what we decided to do, instead of, I had an original recipe where you fried this once you breaded it. What I decided to do instead was take breadcrumbs. We made our own homemade breadcrumbs. And brown them first with a little bit of an oil, either oil or butter, and then we can bake these instead of frying them, which cuts down on the process, especially if you got kids cooking. You don't want them with hot oil. So what you do is you're going to take a cup of breadcrumbs, whatever kind you want. Panko breadcrumbs are good. I just took some homemade croutons and grinded them up, and then you're going to put like 2 tablespoons of melted butter or oil in that cup. And you can go like a cup and a half if you want to. And then you're going to stir it up really good. So, because in order to make the breadcrumbs brown, they have to have some sort of fat in them. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to add that to that, and this is what this is, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to mix it with a tablespoon of Parmesan cheese. I put a little bit more because I like Parmesan cheese. Okay, so you got the Parmesan cheese, you got, let's see, okay, we're back. And so you're going to take a half teaspoon of paprika, a half teaspoon of garlic powder, a half teaspoon of onion powder, and a half teaspoon of salt, and mix it with the breadcrumbs and the Parmesan. Now, you're going to take a half cup of the flaxseed. I don't know if you know this, but flaxseed is great for, it's a great source of omega-3s, and it's vegetarian. It's really good for you. And you will not, it tastes really good. You won't taste it in the breadcrumbs, and your kids will eat it. This is a way to get some protein and some vegetables into their food without them knowing it. Taste tests have said these are very good chicken nuggets. Okay, so now you see you've got a nice coarse breadcrumb mix. You see that, Kens? Okay, so we're going to put these aside, and now what we're going to do is, would you spray these pans down with some of that? That's non-stick spray. Another saver in the fat category. You just pull it off. There you go, bud. Okay. Oh, he's good. Excellent. Good. Okay, so now what you do is you start with, you're going to put it right in order so that you can see which way you're going to go. And I think what we'll do is we'll put this forward so that we can get it closer to us. And Mackenzie, what I want you to do is, I'm going to do the wet thing like this. Just get it nice and coated. You don't want to have it too heavily coated. Just get a nice little mix on that, and then I'm going to put it in here. Don't touch it when it's wet, because you don't want to get your hands wet. And then, and then make sure that you get a nice coating of the breading, and you're going to put it right on the pan. Oh, that was great. Okay, you can make sure you get a little bit more off of it next time. That's just fine. Okay, see how we're working together? You see that? And another thing about Mackenzie, while we're doing this, I'll let you know he is a guitarist. And today, when we get a little bit finished, he's going to do a little bit of a riff for you, so you can hear how great he's coming along. He's learning Sweet Melissa just for his mom and me, because we both love the Allman Brothers. It's sweet Melissa. See how easy this is? And you see when you get done, the chicken is like a nice brown color. And because it's already got the fat and a little bit of browning in it, you just put it in the oven and bake it for 20 minutes at 400, and you will have, and you know what, you can even probably, if you cut this small, you can do it for like 15 minutes. And you'll have really nice crispy chicken nuggets that are really tasty. I'm sorry, I got ahead of you. Filled it up there. Okay, so that's how you're going to do this. And then you're going to put it in the oven, cook it for 15 minutes on 400, and, or did we say 450? 400, I think. And you're just going to cook it till then and take it out. And what I did was I made a little bit of a creamy honey mustard sauce. If your kids like honey mustard, in our house, we've been trying to get away from MSG, so I'm trying to make everything from scratch. This is a third of a cup of honey, a third of a cup of sour cream, and a quarter cup of mustard. And I just mixed them together and warmed them up a little bit, and they make this really nice creamy sauce, kind of like the stuff that you get at Wendy's when you buy the chicken. Okay, and our last installment, our last little clip here. So the honey mustard can go with the chicken. I also made a potato salad. You can do fries with this. You can do salad with this if you want to be super healthy. You can actually make chicken salads. Just make your favorite salad. Put the hot chicken over it when it's done, and you've got a crispy chicken salad for the kids. They'll love it. Well, they might not love the salad, but they'll eat it. Look at what a great job you're doing, Mackenzie. Those look really good. Okay, so we're almost all finished here. I hope that you guys enjoy this recipe. I'm also going to put a recipe for homemade oven fries if you want. They're really yummy, and the kids love them here to go along with this. And I'll put the recipe for the honey mustard. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see the finished product of our food, where are we going to look for, Kenzie?
We're going to look at blogspot.com at Cooking with Kenzie, W-I-T.
It's Cooking with Kenzie because I couldn't get it to agree to Cooking with Kenzie, so it's W-I-T. And if you check that out, you'll see our really lovely Martha Stewart pictures, and you'll see our recipe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week when we're going to make cheeseburger subs.
Oh yeah.